All right, everybody, we're at the Be Prepared Expo 2022 in Sandy, Utah at Mountain America Expo Center. We're excited. I was going around looking at all the booths and I found Spencer. He's with Devos Outdoor and he's got some fantastic products. I shared with him that we were doing interviews, we were doing some podcast stuff, and he said, I would love to come over and share with you our product or service. So Spencer, tell us a little bit about Devos. Tell us about what got you into the business and what kind of products and services you have, and what solutions do they provide for the preparedness community or those that want to be involved with that community?
Sure. Devos started 4 years ago, and initially we developed products for other companies. And we're a product development and design company, and we kind of quickly figured that it's fun to design products for other people, but even more fun if you're designing your own products that you're passionate about. So we started our own product lines, really focused on the outdoor experience, and we look at ways that we can solve some of the pain points and problems through innovative product. And so we're passionate about the outdoors, and then of course with a lot of outdoor products, they translate perfectly into that preparedness space.
They sure do. Especially when you're in a camping situation. I know that one of the things that kind of struck me is they had it at their booth. You can see back here is this light. We'll probably turn it on here in a minute. But this light looks like it's an amazing tool to solve several problems. I mean, one of the big problems in camping is lighting. You carry a flashlight, you can't do anything because you got your hands full, so you get a headlamp and now it's all over your head, and if you turn your head the wrong way, you can't see the other way. So lighting is something that's pretty important in a campground or in a camping situation, and even in a survival situation.
Absolutely.
You could put a light like this in your house and it will light up your whole room as an emergency backup. So show us this light and tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So this is a product that we call the Light Ranger, and the beauty of this product is that it's a powerful rechargeable lantern. It has a lithium-ion battery. It's 1,200 lumens, and the unique thing about the product, and it is patent pending, is that you can telescope it up 9 feet tall. So you've got, with this pole, you've got these different extensions, and you can elevate that light source, and by elevating that light source, it allows it to illuminate a much bigger area. Your hands are free. You don't have bugs buzzing in front of your face. Like, you're getting that light source up tall, and so we have customers from whether from law enforcement to emergency responders, fire from camping, overlanding and off-roading, to just people wanting to do more in the backyard and putting on a brisket at 2 a.m,
Right.
So, there's a lot of different applications, but, if you have a blackout, or if there is something more serious than that, you have a light source, you can get up to the ceiling and it'll light up the whole room. And then you can charge it easily through solar or other a battery backup or something like that, and keep that light going for a long period of time.
That's awesome. Somebody out there is like, wait, that was me at the barbecue last night at 2 a.m. I needed a light. What happened? So that's awesome. Now you mentioned to me earlier as we were talking at the booth, and that there's different ways to kind of secure this pole. Can you talk a little bit about what the importance of that?
Absolutely. So there's 2 different base options that come with the product. So it's a kit, and it has a ground stake as well as a tripod. So the tripod is great when you need to move the light source around more quickly. So let's say you're out camping and if you've got an RV or whatever, you're setting up camp, you can move this thing around as you're setting up, and it's really versatile that way. Once you've kind of got things a little more situated, the ground stake is great because then you don't have kids tripping over the tripod legs, or if it's windy, you just put that ground stake in and then you put the pole in, and it's going to stay secure.
That's awesome. That's perfect for a campground or just an area where you want to have. I like what you said just right now, though, about having it in your backyard. I was thinking to myself, my backyard's dark. I want to have some lights in the backyard. I have a little fire pit back there, and sometimes it's nice to be able to have some lighting to go along with your fire, and this would be a perfect option for that. That's really cool. Now,
I was just going to say, I mean, a lot of people they may have some floodlights on their house, but they're still, depending on your yard, there could be a lot of areas that are just still dark, right?
Yeah.
There's only so much that those can do, and so this allows you to kind of fill in areas, as well as, with daylight savings. I don't know about you, but I'm always running out of time to get my yard work done.
Yep.
So I'm out fertilizing at 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I can see what I'm doing, and I still have using all the daylight for the more fun activities, and then I can still get the work done at night.
Because this light will take care of it for you.
Yep, it'll light up 50, 60 foot diameter area.
That's awesome. So Spencer, tell me a little bit about the other products you guys have, because you've not just designed this, you've got some other really powerful and important things that people need to know about.
Sure. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, we've designed and developed a flat pack fire pit. So it's a high combustion, has a lot of ventilation that sucks the air in through the bottom of the fire pit. So the wood or charcoal, it burns clean, really efficiently. But the beauty of this product is that it all separates apart and packs into a carry bag that's only 2 inches thick, and it's about 20 inches by 20 inches. So
I actually went and looked at it and saw it. It's pretty cool. I was surprised to see this whole thing. It looked like it was a fire pit.
Yeah.
And it was about yay high, and it was a square, and then you had all the grill in there too for cooking and other things, right?
Yeah. So it's all made here locally, so USA made. We sell it with a grill grate, so it's a great little portable cooking piece that can go just about anywhere. So that's an awesome product. We also do a portable rifle stand. We call it the range rack, and a lot of times for people that have firearms, when you're out shooting or even cleaning your weapons at home, you just don't have a good portable, secure place to put your rifles or shotguns or whatever that firearm may be. So it's an anodized aluminum frame with rubberized components to protect the barrels and stocks and the sights of the scopes of your firearms. But it keeps the barrels pointed in the right direction. It only weighs 4 pounds. It packs up to a really tight, it's only a couple inches thick. So really portable, but really helps to promote safety and protecting that investment.
That's awesome. Now I also noticed at your booth you guys have a screen, a movie screen. So you got entertainment here now.
We do. We also have an entertainment piece. So we were talking about adding a strobe function to the light so we could get like a whole multimedia experience in the outdoors, right?
Yeah. Watching the screen play and doing your dancing or whatever.
So yeah, we actually designed and developed an outdoor projector screen for Camp Chef about 10 years ago, and then as they got a little more focused on the smokers and those types of products, they just kind of lost interest in the product line, and we knew how good it was because we designed and developed it for them. So we bought it back from them, and we've been selling that direct for the last couple of years, and really good quality materials. And there's a lot of cheap screens that you can buy on Amazon, but this is not a cheap screen, but it's a really good value. So
that's cool.
Silver infused Oxford nylon screen, so really good light reflectivity, really good contrast, so your picture quality is amazing. But we're using a steel and aluminum frame, so it's not like the blow up kind where you've got some big fan that is blowing up the screen and you're trying to keep the screen tight. It's just a really good system that has the guy lines and the stakes and the frame and the screen all in a carry bag all together for a really good price. I mean, basically $100 at the show for a 92-inch, but online, we're right around 130 up to about $200.
Nice, that's a good deal. So speaking about online, like what are some of the products maybe that you have coming down the road? What are some things that you're what other problems are you looking to solve with some of the products that you're bringing in?
Sure. Well, solar.
What you can tell us, of course. I'm sure you have some products on the research and development team.
Yes.
that don't tell anybody until it comes out.
Yeah, we try to keep that pipeline going, right? But Yeah, I mean the light itself, there's still a lot that we can do with that.
Yeah.
So we're doing some things to better integrate solar into the product itself. Because it's so compact, we couldn't put solar panels on the head of the light, itself. So we have a 10-watt solar panel that we're really close to having a connection system so that you can just clip it right onto the light.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you can kind of just set it and forget about it.
That's awesome.
So that's coming soon. We also have some different colored lenses that we'll be able to just snap on. So if you want to go from daylight, which is like 5,000 K, which is really good at illuminating a large area, you can make it a warmer temperature. So we'll have an amber filter, and also we're working on a red filter, so that really for looking at the stars and making it even less of an issue with insects. It really bugs just aren't attracted to the yellow or the red.
Yeah.
So even though this gets the light way up above, that helps, but in situations where there's, maybe you're by a lake or a stream or a pond and there's a lot of insects, then those colored filters will help there.
Yeah. So I was joking with Spencer earlier that he needs to have a disco ball filter for the light so that you can have those parties to go along with your screen. And as you're camping or in your backyard, trying to enjoy nature and enjoy what's going on out there. So that's awesome.
So we're gonna call it the Paris strobe feature.
Nice. I'll have it named after me. That's so cool. So Spencer, tell us a little bit about what your journey is in preparedness. What got you excited, or do you consider yourself a prepper? Are you somebody who's recognizing what's going on in the world right now and realizing there's a big need for people to understand what's going on and get prepared?
Yeah, great question. So when I first got married, I was in a neighborhood, and the neighborhood was pretty just kind of cognizant of some of the things going on. And so I was a block captain, and we're working with CERT, and I kind of got really kind of thrown into it because I volunteered to be the block captain. And so but I've always loved the outdoors, always loved to camp and fish and mountain bike and just be outside. And
that's awesome.
And so, but that was kind of the first foray of kind of getting more into the preparedness side, was living in a neighborhood where I volunteered to be the block captain. And then that kind of combined with loving the outdoors has kind of fueled my interest and when the opportunity came up to join an outdoor products company, I jumped on that, and it's been a great experience.
That's
I love
awesome. So CERT is the Community Emergency Response Team, and that's when you get together locally with other people who are like-minded and want to be ready, be prepared for any earthquakes, any fires, anything that happens locally. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening or watching this, you might have a different natural disaster that might hit you. Maybe we just spoke earlier to a lady who was part of Katrina, and that's tornadoes and hurricanes and tidal waves. So wherever you are, wherever your area, if you want to be more prepared and be better prepared, the CERT program is really a good program, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And these would be great things to have as part of the CERT program as you're out helping in the community after those disasters, to have those tools necessary to help. That's awesome.
Yeah, we had a cache strategically placed in the neighborhood, and we're stocking that with things that a lot of times you may not even really think about, like 2x4s and first aid kits and triage, things for triage, and the battery on this, it'll last years and years and years before it degrades. And so if you have a solar panel with it, you could store this in your CERT cache, and this would it would be a great item for things like that.
I think we just got one of the best golden nuggets of information. Have a cache of gear somewhere safe, somewhere that is hidden and safe, that in case of an emergency you can kind of mini bug out to, and you have that stuff there. Excellent information. Spencer, thanks so much for coming on, being on, and sharing Devos Outdoor with us. Devos, what does that, tell us what that means?
Yeah. So Devos is really just an acronym. The DEV is kind of the abbreviation for develop or developing, and then OS is outdoor solutions. So developing outdoor solutions is really what we're all about. And
where can we find out more about?
Our website is devosoutdoor.com, And you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Just look for @Devos Outdoor.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on and being a part of the Prepper Talk Radio for a few minutes.
It's been a pleasure. Thank
Awesome.
you.